Okay, so I didn't realize that the video was a little low on the volume. The one before, the welcome video. So hopefully this is a little bit louder, but who knows. Um, this is introduction to the PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, along with my depression. Um, I first learned that I had PTSD about 2 years ago. I was having breakdowns and having fits like a kid, like, you know, how a kid like just throws themselves around when they have fits. Well, I was having that, and my mom had told me, no, you need to go to the doctors. There's something wrong. Your attitude has been way off lately, and you need to go to the doctors. So I went to the doctors, and I told them that what was going on. And a little backstory. I'm really close to my family. Not of lately, but we used to be really, really close. And I loved my grandma to death. And I was supposed to take care of her when I got out of high school, but things had changed, and she passed away about 5 years, I do believe, maybe 4. And I was there through everything, mostly. After my birthday, things got a little hectic with her health, and she had coded, and I went to go see her. I had to see her before anything. Was at the tail end of my school year of 2012, so I'm guessing 3 years ago. And she passed away 2 weeks before graduation. I didn't want to go back to New York to finish out graduation, and I didn't want to do anything. I just sat there in silence, basically. Now, I thought I had to stay strong for my family, just because my mom, but there came a time where I do believe I was on my own during college, where it started getting to me, where I don't have her in my life anymore. And right after high school, my best friend, Nikki Baker, I loved her to death. Everybody did. She was the best friend ever. I've known her since 6th grade, and she passed away the day after graduation. I was so mad, so disappointed in myself. Could have done more, I do believe I thought. I had really bad dreams. Now, this is the part where it might get a little intense, because I'm going to tell you about these dreams. It started off where she was in the accident. Now, I was not there. I have no time to say, oh, I was there, I know what happened. No, I was not there. But I had severe nightmares. That first it was the screaming. There was black, and then there was screaming, and a couple weeks went by, and it was, oh, like Nikki would be like, oh, well, you need to see this, and I could hear her scream, and then 2 months went by, and I'd still have the same dream over and over and over and over and over again. And one night, this was really bad. I don't know what was going on, but one night I was in a car accident, and I was in her casket. But here's the thing, she didn't have a casket. She was cremated. So that was a little scary to me. And I was in college at the time, so I didn't have anybody except my best friend Megan. So a while went by. I went to college for my first year at North Country Community College, which is a good school. I recommend it to anybody that lives in New York. It's a good experience to live in dorms. Met a lot of good friends. Then I moved to Michigan under severe circumstances, which is probably part of my depression. My stepdad and my mom decided that they were going to get a divorce. Now, my stepdad, he's still in my life, which I'm very thankful for, because I can go to him for everything, basically. So we moved to Michigan, where I was born, basically, and stayed with my brother, everything like that. I moved out of my brother's house about 2 years ago now, and I had to start going to counseling because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on in my life. It was so stressful. But in time, I can't say that I got over it, because I still choke up about the whole grandma thing. But I went into a period of my life where nothing really mattered. Stayed in my room most of the time. Then I started having pretty bad health issues, and it was bad. I found out at the beginning of this year that I have hemochromatosis. Now, hemochromatosis is very high iron in your blood, which, when I was younger, I never had that problem. But it's genetic, so it can pop up at any time. They didn't know how severe it was at first. So I was like under this, like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? Am I gonna die? Because I kept on looking up on the internet, and don't look up on the internet. It's not fun at all. And I got into this relationship with this one guy, and all my friends could see this guy's no good for her. Like, why is she with him? Like, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna tell you this: when you think you like somebody so much, you're gonna try to stay with them as long as possible. Now, I was in this situation where I was being emotionally abused. He would tell me I was worthless, like I didn't have PTSD, I didn't have depression. I needed to get over my grandmother's death. I needed to get over my best friend's death. I, to this day, cannot understand how somebody can sit there and say, you don't have PTSD, you can't, blah, 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 blah. I have PTSD. I was not in the military, I was not in war. I just have really bad dreams, and I think to myself that I cannot get over stuff easily than some people can. I'm in a grieving stage. It's not that bad right now, but it used to be. So I realize that some people just don't understand. But when somebody tells you that they're in this kind of depressed state, blah 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 blah, please listen to them. Because it's not fun when someone says, oh, you don't have PTSD. I do. And I have depression. And I do have anxiety too. It's just not fun when somebody sits you, looks you straight in the eye, and goes, oh, you don't have PTSD. You can't say you have PTSD. You're in the military. It's not very common, but I'm sorry, it does happen. As of right now, I'm in the process of moving. And we move in a couple weeks. The hardest thing for me is going to be I can't have my dog, so I have to unfortunately give him away. But you know, sometimes you may have to make sacrifices to be able to live your life. And unfortunately, Tiny's my best friend, and he will always be my best friend. But, you know, I can't always say that, you know, I have to have him because I can't. Right now in my life, I'm pretty okay, I should say. In a good relationship. Some drama at first, but you know, there's always drama at first. It's a lot to say that I'm in a comfortable position right now, but at the same time, this person he literally has been great. I don't see how I miss this person in my life, but he understands, kind of. And I just can be myself with him. I really can. And you need that in your life. You need somebody that you can be 100% with. He really does understand where all this is coming from, and I hope when he sees this, or if he even sees this, that he understands how much he really does mean to me, because he really does. On a side note, I don't really know how to work YouTube. So if like random stuff pops up and it doesn't look right and the volume is low, just let me know. Comment on this, whatever. Like I said in the last video, I'm not gonna have a certain date that I'm gonna post stuff. It's kind of just gonna be random, because I am full time, so it does get a little hectic, and I'm also in the middle of moving. I am probably going to make a video of the place that we're going to live. I just have to make sure everything is clean. I want to thank the people that support me of making these videos. Probably the next one is going to be about my migraines. and go that way. Also, I want to remind you guys that if I'm on here ranting, it's not towards a certain person, it's not towards anybody. It's just how I feel at that certain time. I'm really pretty much good, but my rants can be very bad. And the background music is Flash. So I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it is Flash. I'm watching Netflix. But I see you guys later. And comment below. And subscribe. I got 2 subscribers already. Hi guys. Shout out to my subscribers. And comment, obviously, if you like this. And peace out, bros.